Good morning. This is cause number, excuse me. This is cause number 2007-36300 in the interest of Haley and Robert Cole. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn and unmute yourselves, please. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Misty Cole, and I am their mother.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Robert Cole, and I'm their father.
All right, and representing the Attorney General of the state of Texas.
Luis Regla.
What are we doing today, Mr. Regula?
Judge, we're approaching on this case, the issue is the possession credit for the calendar year in 2018. And the reason why it's an issue is if the mother does get credit for the whole year in 2018, that would clear out the remaining balances in this case, and she'd be at zero for any arrears. And the kids have emancipated as well. So that's the reason we're approaching.
Okay, so this is the First Amendment motion to confirm support arrearage. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Judge. Yes, Judge.
All right, let's proceed.
Yes, Judge. I'll call with the mother first. And ma'am, can you say your name for me one more time, please?
It's Misty Cole.
All right. And the child in this case that we're discussing is the youngest, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the last court order had obligated you to pay child support and medical support. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And when did your youngest emancipate?
December 29th of 2018.
Okay. And 2018 is the year that we're focusing on in this case, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the child, when did the child go live with you?
On January 13th of 2018.
Okay, so from January of 2018 through the emancipation date of December 2018, for those 12 months, is that when you're requesting credit for possession towards your child support arrears and medical support arrears?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and essentially, would you agree with my math that if the court does give you possession for those 12 months, that would actually clear out your entire remaining balance for both child support and medical support? Okay.
Yes.
And how did your child go live with you? What caused that?
He had run away from his father's house due to abuse by his father and his stepmother. And I took him in and didn't want to send him back.
And so your child stayed with you for those essentially 12 months, is that correct?
Yes.
Judge, I'll pass this witness at this time.
Mr. Cole, do you have any questions of Ms. Cole?
I sure do.
Okay, go ahead.
Misty, was it true that Friday, January 12th, 2018, when Christian didn't return from school, that he had come to your house?
Yes, that is true.
Okay, and then
it was like after that, after I had found him from his friends.
okay, also history. I want to read some history of the issues that we had from disobeying court orders. May 2011.
Judge, at this point, I'll object if it's not actually a question.
Sustain. Right now, you'll have an opportunity to say something later. So right now, you
okay.
You have an opportunity to ask her questions about this case. Okay.
All right.
You have another question? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a couple more. Is it true that I showed up with the Pasadena Police Department to try to exercise my right to take possession of my child?
I never saw you.
Okay, well, we witnessed you. Okay. I actually do have some police record showing that we did.
Judge, again, if it's not a question, I
Okay.
would object at this
Sustain.
time.
Sustain.
Is it true that you filed a CPS case against me at the time of this issue, and that it was found that it was ruled out that there was no abuse or neglect?
Objection, Judge, if testifying on about a document outside of court is hearsay statements.
Overruled. You can answer that, ma'am.
Yes, I did file a CPS report, and he told CPS that if the child wanted to live with me, that he
Objection
could live
to
with me.
hearsay statements, Judge.
Yes,
Overruled.
I
He's
did. I
a
did.
party. Go ahead, ma'am.
She came to the house. She spoke to the dad, and she spoke to me. He told her that he said that if my son wanted to live with me, that he could, and he's not going to interfere and try and come get him. So he stayed with me since then. And so they closed the case.
You have another question, Mr. Cole?
Let's see. Just reading my notes here. All right, I will pass the witness, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Regler?
No further questions, Judge.
All right. You have another witness?
Yes, Judge, I'll call the father at this point. And sir,
Robert
one more
Cole.
time, please, what is your full
Hold
name?
on, hold on. Why don't we have a, oh, she's on another case. You're on another case, Miss Ross, not this one. Sorry.
Yes, sir. They told us to join this room. Do you want me to step out until the
Uh,
case?
You can just turn your video off and that would be fine until your case comes up, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Regler?
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Cole, if you could say your full name for me one more time, please.
Yes, sir. Robert Cole.
Okay, and is it accurate that the child emancipated December of 2018?
Correct.
Okay, and is it accurate that the child was living with the mother beginning in January of that same year?
Correct.
Okay, and the child stayed with the mother the full year of 2018 after he went to go live with the mom?
Correct.
And you disagree as to why the child went to go live with the mom, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there was nothing filed that changed custody of the child from you to the mother in the calendar year of 2018, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you object to the court giving the mother credit for those 12 months?
Correct.
Okay. And can you explain what happened that you disagreed with the court giving her credit, even though the child really did live with her the remaining calendar year in 2018?
Because I tried several times to exercise my right to take possession of my child back, and she would not return my child. Then she commenced. I don't know. I don't know how far I can go on explanation. Do I need to wait till the end to explain the whole thing, or?
You'll get a chance to
Okay.
testify at the end of this after I pass you as a witness.
All right.
Okay, so essentially, the child living with mom, it started off not by agreement.
Correct.
However, at what point did you agree that, okay, fine, child can stay with mom? When did?
I never agreed for the child to stay with mom.
Okay, even though the child continued to live there the rest of the year, you didn't agree with that?
No, sir.
Okay, Judge, I'll pass the witness at this time.
Ms. Cole, do you have any questions of Mr. Cole?
You say that I refused to give you possession of him. Is it true that you live next door to his school?
Correct.
Walking distance? Is it true that you never once went and picked him up from his school when you had
Correct.
the option to? And take possession on your own?
Correct.
Okay, and it is true that you and your wife both have put your hands on my child?
Negative.
Okay. No more questions.
Mr. Ayla?
I have no further questions.
All right. Any further witnesses, Mr. Regla?
None from me, Judge.
All right. Mr. Cole, something you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Closing?
So, yes, sir. And I'll try to make it quick, Judge. I know y'all are busy. Um, so in the history, I just want to show that she has history of not paying child support. May 2011, the modification to the order was not allowing Haley to have a phone with a camera. And unsupervised internet activity. January 2011 status hearing, ordered to SAFE program. Misty was ordered to SAFE program, never took advantage of the SAFE program and to see her kids. Ordered to be off work and present when the children were in her possession on, let's see, found unsupervised by amicus Marsha Reed during drop-off visit.
Judge, at this point, I'll object if it's not relevant to the possession credit issue.
Sustain.
Okay. I was just trying to show history of not paying child support. It's been an ongoing problem. So this fight is not necessarily about the emancipation of the child. It's she doesn't want to pay what she was owed. And she had coerced my son to come stay with her, just like she did my daughter. When my daughter turned 18, she came and picked her up at midnight, had her sneak out of my house and leave a note on the sofa. And she's basically alienated me from my children, doing this. So, we have rules and regulations in my house. We refuse to, let girlfriends and boyfriends stay the night with us, and because of the mom would allow that kind of thing, the children left, even though they don't really have the right to make those kind of decisions at their age. Anyway, that's it in my closing, Judge.
All right. Ms. Cole, anything that you want to say?
Yes, I just want to say that when he did come to live with me, the other daughter was out of the question. She was already of age. He came to live with me, and I was current on my child support. I had gotten behind before, but I got caught up. I didn't owe him anything at that point, and I never once asked him to help me with childcare while I raised our son. I told him I even told him I didn't want child support from him. I just wanted my child support to stop. I have also faxed in copies to you of letters between me and my attorney at that time, talking about the abuse that had gone on at the house and why I was pulling my son out, why my son wanted to leave, which is also the same reason why my daughter wanted to leave. And he never tried to get him. All he had to do was walk next door, get him from school. He didn't. He told me I could keep him. He was done because he had been sneaking out, smoking weed, stealing cars, and he was just done with him. So I don't see that I should have to pay him support when I was the one supporting him. I ask that you please erase those arrears, and that's it. I'm not asking for any money from him. And that's it.
The oldest child emancipated 3 years before. What was the current child support supposed to be?
$200, Judge.
And so what is the arrearage at this time? That's never been brought up.
Yes, Judge. I'm going to offer the pay record, Your Honor, in this case as state's exhibit, and ask that the pay record be admitted. And I believe it should have been printed for you.
Maria, do you have a pay record? They're having problems with the printer right now, and we need to look at that.
Yes, Judge.
What? Sorry? Well, is there a question about the amount that's allegedly owed?
No, Judge.
And so what is that amount?
Yes, Judge, as of the end of December of 2018, Judge, or what date would you like?
As of, yeah, the point where the child was emancipated.
Yes, Judge. As of the end of December of 2018, the child support balance was $2,110.90.
Okay, is that a correct amount, Mr. Cole?
I believe so, Judge.
Miss Cole, is that the correct amount?
If my son were still living with him and I
No, no,
was
no,
still
no,
ordered
no.
to
What,
pay, yes,
the
that is
the
correct.
correct amount that's on,
Yes.
that's allegedly owed for non-payment of
yes.
child support.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on.
There's also medical balance, Judge, if I can give you that information.
All right, what was the medical balance?
The medical balance as of the same date was $1,172.56.
And that payment was supposed to be what, $92 a month?
Yes, Judge, that's correct. 92.
Okay, it's over the amount. All right, then, court orders that the mother be given possession credit for the child, Robert Cole, for a 12-month period.
All right, thank you, Judge. For both child support and medical support.
Possession credit for both. Possession credit is possession credit for, so that the I'm sorry, child support arrearage, child support and cash medical support arrearage is 0. Anything further?
And that's what I have right now, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maria, can they be placed in separate rooms, please?
This search thing isn't working. Here we go. Okay. Okay, who's handling the plumber matter?
Morning, Judge. I am.
Okay,
Judge, I'm Matt Muller. Honored to be in front of you. I'm here for Dad. I think he's here by telephone.
okay, let me,
And Mr. Plummer, you can star 6 to unmute yourself.
still trying to pull up this case, Mr. Muller.
Yes, sir.
Miss Sharma, are we talking about an original petition of suit affecting parent-child relationship?
Yes, Judge, we are.
Okay. All right, this is cause number 2021-10696 in the interest of Farah Samaya Indira Waller. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Plummer, all right. I'm sorry, Miss will you raise your right hand? Miss Kelvis Ross, you solemnly swear to translate from spoken English to English Sign Language truly in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right.
Your Honor, may I raise a procedural issue before we begin?
Yes, sir.
Um, Mr. and Mrs. Plummer, Ms. Waller, have a 2014 child support review order that was entered in the 312th in 2014. Then they got married, and then they filed a case for divorce, which was initially assigned to the 507th and then transferred, of course, back to the 312th. They were given a divorce on an agreed form that Ms. Waller's then attorney prepared, my client signed, and I think Judge Boffman signed off on in February of 2020. So procedurally, my fear would be that anything we do in the 310th is procedurally troublesome because the 310th is not the CCJ, and the SAPSR mistakenly alleges that there is no court, there is no CCJ court. Now, all of that being said, I don't know if you have an appointment to sit in 4D for the 312th. And it is probably true that my client and his ex-wife would be able to agree to numbers today, at least it'd be worth talking about. But the order would have to be rendered not in a SAPSR and not in the 310th. Whatever they do would have to be associated, I think, to the Court of Continuing Jurisdiction. And we tried to bring this up with the AG, but you know what, with COVID and all, I think they got my letter. The AG has a view about what, I should also say there's a second procedural wrinkle.
Oh.
The second procedural wrinkle is that the February
Hello.
12th. Yes, sir. I'm still here.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Did I turn?
I can see you.
For some reason or other, it's not transmitting.
Judge, is that any better? I'm not muted.
No. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm not muted. Can
Right,
you hear anybody else?
Can you
Hello?
hear him? Clearly.
Yes. Hello?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Hold on a minute.
Yes, Judge. Mhm.
This mic test speaker is all up.
Testing, testing.
All right, I won't be using the earphones. So there's a question that there's a court of continuing jurisdiction in this matter. Is that correct?
Yes, there is a court of continuing jurisdiction, and it's Judge Wells's court. It's the 312th.
All
And
right.
so this,
Okay, so I think that there is a problem that needs to be hammered out in the court. But they may want to transfer it. The 310th, it's filed under the 310th District Court. So I'm going to transfer it to the 310th District Court. They can make a decision whether they wish to proceed or transfer it over to the 312th. Okay.
I do hate to miss the opportunity with everybody here to work out with the AG what we'll do when it gets to the right place. But the AG wanted to come to see you on this. So
All right.
if there's a way Zoom wise to move us back, we might be able to make an agreement today that we can institute once we're in the right place.
Well, I can't do it. I can't do it through here. The 310th District Court will have to do that. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to transfer it over there. There's a continuing jurisdiction problem. So, Sharma, I'll be transferring this matter to the 310th District Court.
And Judge, I understand that, and we're happy to draft the paperwork, but just from the AG's perspective, we don't have an issue with continuing jurisdiction because when the parties did the original SAPSR in 2014, June of 2014, Judge, that order, that original suit affecting the parent-child relationship terminated upon their marriage in September of 2017. Parties divorced in February of 2020 and did not address any SAPSR or child support. That's why we filed our petition.
Okay, they divorced. What court did they divorce in?
They divorced in the 312, Judge.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, that there's a problem here, okay? So I'm transferring it. Anything
Thank you.
further?
Maria, can you please put us in different rooms?
Anything further, Mr. Mueller?
It's an honor to be before you, Judge. Not today. Thank you very much. And
All right.
hopefully the AG can keep us for discussions outside your presence.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, that,